Out front now, Temple Taggart, a former Miss Utah. She says Trump kissed her on the lips the first time she met him at the Miss USA pageant. That was in 1997. And then again in his office at Trump Tower. She was 21 years old. He was married to Marla Maples at the time. Of course, Trump calls the accusations by multiple women against him part of a concerted, coordinated, and vicious attack, in his words. He says it's the Clinton campaign working with the media. Temple, thank you so much for talking to me. I know this is not easy for anyone to do, to come out and disrupt your life by talking about this. First of all, what happened?
Basically, at first it was during the rehearsal at the Miss USA competition that year, and he had walked in, and my dad had seen him, and he just introduced himself and then introduced me. And the first time it was just like a kind of a quick hug and a kiss on the lips. And I was shocked just because I was like, what was that? I've never had anybody greet me like that. And I just almost wanted to wipe my mouth just because I felt awkward and kind of embarrassed. And then I just kind of excused it as, well, I guess maybe that's how people on the East Coast greet each other. I was very naive and young at the time, so.
And it wasn't a public place. I mean, your father saw this happen.
I mean, it was just at the rehearsal. So, I mean, there were a few parents around, but it was mostly contestants there and people on his production team.
So then you had a chance again to meet him at Trump Tower.
I did.
And this time it was similar but also different. So what happened then?
It was different, but it was similar. Yeah, I was there with two chaperones. He had invited me out there. He said he was going to introduce me to Ford and Elite modeling agencies, and that he told my sponsor that I had a huge career ahead of me and a great look. And so I was excited to go out there and see what I could do. So I went out there, sat outside. His receptionist called him back, and when he came out to greet me, he gave me another embrace and a kiss. It was a little different this time. It kind of felt like, it just felt like a little bit more to me. So I felt awkward, and I just remembered in my mind going, what does he think this is? Like, I'm thinking, he's married, this is awkward for me, he's much older, this is not at all what I came here for. So to me it was like, I hope he knows that I'm here for business. I'm not here for anything other than business.
And it did impact you?
It did, yeah. At that time, for sure it did. Because I was young, and it was just different. And instead of staying there for the several weeks that I was supposed to stay there and finish all the things that he had set up for me, I felt awkward, where I think it was just after the first week, I just thought, I can't do this. And I got myself my own plane ticket, and I flew myself home.
I mean, that says a lot about how it made you feel.
Yeah.
Trump has responded to your claims, and I just want to read for you what he said. He gave a statement to NBC News, and he said, talking about you specifically, Temple, I'll read it. I don't even know who she is. She claims this took place in a public area. I never kissed her. I emphatically deny this ridiculous claim. How do you respond to that?
Well, it's crazy. I mean, because back in May, when the New York Times first came out, originally he tried to deny.
They published a story mentioning your
yes.
name and the kiss at the pageant. Yes.
And that was something I didn't even think I would be put in. I did not think anybody would care about this kiss. I actually had something else I was talking about that he had spoken to me about in his office. And that's what I had brought up. But I just brought up the fact that he'd kissed me when he met me. And it got put in the article. And next thing I know, he's denying all the allegations. And I kept quiet because I thought, oh my gosh, I just want this to go away. I'm a mom. I don't want this attention. I went into hiding, ignored all the media. And within a few weeks, I noticed that the Daily Mail had posted an article of him saying, oh, I do remember Miss Utah. She was a nice girl. She was with her parents. I met her before the pageant. He acted like there was an audience there, is what he talked about. And he's like, she gave me a hug, and I gave her a kiss on the cheek. And I would never hug somebody of his stature and his celebrity status. I would just never go up to a man and do that. You know, I might do that to a friend of mine that I know, or her like my best friend, her husband. I love them. And so he'll come up and give me a sideways hug. That's it. Sideways hug, not a hug and a direct kiss on the face. So yeah, I mean, so when I hear that, and then I hear him say he doesn't even know me.
Now he's saying he doesn't even know you, but you're saying months ago he's quoted saying you were a nice girl and he knew you, and giving circumstances of what happened. Yeah. So completely different.
He just flip-flops, for sure.
So when your story first appeared in May, I guess the big question is, because you know the big question people have is, okay, why are people speaking out now? Yeah. And obviously now there was the Access Hollywood tape, but you actually did speak out in May, but that still is obviously a long time after this happened. What made you decide to tell part of your story for the first time then?
Well, I had excused it. I've been through a lot worse with guys since then. And so to me, that kind of became nothing after a while to me. But when he's a presidential candidate, and he actually made a Twitter comment right before the caucus in March, and he was making fun of Ted Cruz, and they were coming to Utah, and he said, "Lying Ted Cruz, Mormons don't like liars." And I just thought, wow, that's interesting, because I had just a personal experience with Trump when we
He
went.
had told you to lie about your age,
Yes,
right?
exactly. So when we went back into his office, he said he wanted me to lie about my age to make me look younger. And I was 21 at the time, so that kind of confused me because I felt very young. And he just said, well, you know, if we say that you're younger, like 17, it looks like you might have a longer modeling career for these agents, whereas 21, I think he kind of felt like you're going to be a deadbeat soon, is kind of what it sounded like to me. And then when I told him, you know, if I have to lie to get a modeling, because he's like, you wouldn't lie to get a modeling contract. And I just said, no, if I have to lie, it's just not worth it to me. And so he did mock me, and that it didn't make me feel bad because I was very secure in what I believed at the time and my morals and my values at the time, but it made me lose instant respect for him. And you kind of look up to those people. I didn't know much about him before then, but you look up to somebody of that stature. And so when he's mocking me for that, it made me go, how many other things does he feel he needs to lie about to get ahead in his life? And so now as president, you know, he's potentially going to be the president of the United States. That's where it made me a little nervous, and I just had spoken out I originally spoke out on my Facebook page and made a comment about that.
And you have been criticized. You've had people calling you up, criticizing you. You know that there are other women who are now coming forward. When I said at the beginning it's not easy to come forward, it is not easy to come forward. It would have been so much easier for you to just say, you know what, I don't need any parts of this. I don't need to put my name and face on this. You actually chose to do it. How has it made you feel? What has it made you think about when you've been getting some of the hateful comments you've been getting?
I mean, it's hard only because you look at people that reach out to a complete stranger and say these awful things about me when they know nothing about me or nothing about the truth. And they also don't know how things can kind of twist in the media. But it made me think of the other victims that have had more happen than just a kiss like what I've had. And it makes me sick for them because I just think if they are receiving such hateful, hurtful words, how is that going to affect them? And it makes me think of other women of sexual assaults and how obviously they wouldn't want to come forward when they see people like me or these other women being ridiculed and made fun of and told us that we're doing this for money when I have not done this for a single thing. And it's really offensive. And in fact, even though those comments are hurtful, I've actually responded to a couple of them, and I apologized. I said, I'm sorry you feel that way about me. I said, this is not at all what it seems to be to you. So I'm sorry that you're looking at me with these hateful ways, and I forgave them. But I don't know, it almost fires me up to want to speak out more because I just think, you know what, if I have an option or the opportunity to talk about this now, maybe I can be an influence for somebody else to help them be powerful, to help them be strong and courageous, to come forward and to speak out with whatever situation they've gone through in their life. Because this type of behavior is not acceptable. And even though it was a kiss when I was 21, and some people are like, well, that's not a big deal. It was, you know, the first time it was in front of your dad, the second time it was in front of chaperones. It was a big deal to me at that time. It actually made me kind of scared to stay there and even to pursue that industry.
You went home. You didn't even pursue that industry. It actually could have been something that was very transformative in your life. I mean, that's significant. Mm-hmm. When you talk about for others, you have a young daughter.
I do.
About 18 months old. Mm-hmm. Is she part of this? Part of why?
Definitely. When I gave the interview for NBC the other day, I broke down. I couldn't even control that. I hate crying on camera, and I broke down because you look at it, and I have two boys as well, but it's different when you have a little girl, and I've been through so many things with men, and I feel like, yeah, they've hurt me, but I'm stronger for the things that I've gone through because I've chosen to not be a victim. I've chosen to just stand up and be strong. And I look at my little daughter and sending her out there, and you want to protect your little children from having to go through the same things that you've been through, but it breaks your heart thinking that there's men out there that think this way. You know, especially a potential president of the United States that you want your children to look up to, and that's what's just really frightening, is just going, is this really what we're putting out there for our kids? Is this the type of example that we want for our children? And to show that this is acceptable behavior?
And before we go, Temple, just to be clear, since Trump is saying this is a conspiracy between the media and the Clinton campaign, you're a Republican.
I'm Republican.
You're not doing this for the Clinton campaign?
Not one bit.
You're not even voting for either one of them?
I'm not. Actually, when he got voted in as the nominee, I stopped watching the election. I haven't watched it since. And so when my phone started blowing up again, I had no idea why. My sister is the one that actually sent me the article saying, this is what he said. Oh my gosh, now nobody can say that you made this up. And it does. It helps me to feel so much better just going, okay, there's a little bit of stuff to back it up. And then obviously these other women coming forward I'm just glad that things are being brought to the spotlight because this is a big issue for women that needs to be looked at.